Hello, welcome to a new week. Wow, we're heading into the middle of the month of December, and by all accounts really it's been a crazy year, but it's just gone super fast, just like our energy, our thoughts, our vibration are all super fast right now. And that's what I want to talk about today, and how our realities are shifting, and for some of us that is really creating some imbalance and maybe some fear rising as well. Now, we are all here as a unique individual. We are all unique. There's no one on this planet like you, exactly. And we all have a different personality, and we've all created our own reality based on that personality. Now, as a collective, as a planet, we've also created a reality that is like a main reality that we all kind of follow for a bit of structure. It's the things of society, it's those ways of seeing things, I guess, the ways of being in a society. But then we have the way that we're being outside of that as well. Now, what's happened is, and this is also, before I move on to that, this is also, why we have some people supposedly standing out in society rather than being, think of it as the flock, right, or the herd, that reality for the mainstream. Whenever anyone steps outside of that and creates their own reality outside of that, they're kind of seen as, either something really special or something really bad, right? Depending on what it is and who it is and who you are and what you believe. But now, with everything that's happened this year, and it's been it's a year of restructuring, that reality pool, that main reality structure, excuse me, clearing out the old, that main reality structure that society is like the mainstream reality is all breaking up. It's all breaking up into little pieces. And for a large part of the population, and really for a piece of everybody, it can feel very destabilizing to see that. And but what reality do I believe now, and what reality is going to hold the world together and its people and all of that stuff? And it can be very not off-putting, but it can be putting you out of balance. And the thing with that is that a lot of people then turn into fear because perhaps they're not used to the concept of creating their own reality, and they've just bought the mainstream reality for so long. And there's no good or bad here, it just is. So how, if you are feeling a bit unstable and a bit out of balance and really don't know, firstly, what to believe or what the mainstream reality is anymore, you need to go within, because there won't be a mainstream reality that we're being dictated to about, or it's being a controlled kind of thing anymore. Right, that's why it's breaking up. We've been asking for the truth. We've been asking for freedom. We've been asking as individuals and as a planet for change, and the change is here. Now, your reality is what matters here. Your reality. And your reality comes from here. And yes, there are external factors. Of course there are. You're not living on an island. Even on an island, there's external factors, right? So it's the focus though. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on what's crumbling, or are you focusing on what you can build now with this clean, this fresh piece of clay? What can you build in your reality, in your mind, in your heart, in your world, in your experience that brings peace and joy and freedom for you? What can you build? And that starts internally. It's not all about, right, what can I do? I have to take action, I have to do. No, it's about you tuning in. Who am I really? Who am I? And what brings me joy? Now, this is something that so many people this year have been forced to ask themselves, because the distractions of everyday life and work and busyness have been taken away. And it's been an absolute blessing for so many people who now been looking at their life and they're like, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to live in somebody else's idea of freedom. I want to live in my idea of freedom and peace. And so with all of the structures scattering and rebuilding, I think some of them will rebuild in certain fashions, it's really up to you to choose what brings you joy. What do you want to see in your own life? You can't change anybody or anything outside of yourself. The only thing you can change is in here. And when you change what's in here and you change how you want to show up, you change how you feel, think, speak, act, you change your presence, that will change your external experience to be in alignment with what it is that you want. And that is the opportunity that you have now. And the energy is so high, we're vibrating at such higher energies now, that whatever you want comes immediately. Manifesting is super fast now. But you need to get out of fear. And if you're in fear from all of this restructuring that's going on on the planet, then it's time to go within and move from fear to love. For yourself first, for your life, for the experience that you're having here. And then that love can filter out into all the people, all the planet, all the plants, nature, animals, other people, everything. And that is the new human. So, how can you move from fear to love? Well, meditation is great for that, because quietening the mind, that's where the fear is, right? You can do some writing, change your perspective on things, write down all your fears, and then write down on the other side of the page a change of perspective for all of those fears, a different point of view. Find a teacher or a mentor that can really help you move past any of those blocks that are holding you in fear, any of those old beliefs that are still running your life. But say yes to you. Say yes to you. And this week, as we head into the halfway point really of the month, you can really be tuning into this energy and allowing yourself to experience grace and ease for the rest of the year and going into next year, which is a year of freedom. So, what does freedom look like for you? What does peace look like for you? Begin to feel that inside and create your own reality. And don't be too hung up on the realities, the mainstream realities that have held society together for so long. Don't be too caught up in the crumbling of all of that, because it is all sorting itself out and everything will be okay. All right, I hope you have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next time.